3, 2. Happy to be joined once again by Adrian Yanez, who's going to be back in action. UFC Fight Night, November 8th. He's taking on Cristian Quiñonez. Adrian, how are you, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I living life, just, going through camp and everything. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be back.
Yeah, and we're excited to see you back. Obviously, one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. First fight of the year. I think a lot of people want to know what's been the reason for the layoff. I know you're obviously a father and you got other stuff going on, but what's been keeping you out for so long?
Man, honestly, I would have fought it already, but I actually, whenever I went to go train with, go be a part of Brandon Moreno's camp, I got injured.
Oh, too bad.
So it was just like, and then from that time, like just trying to get medically cleared by the doctor was just like, it was just a hassle. I kept having to go to different doctors, like just religiously, and then I ended up going back to the first doctor I saw, and he was just like, "Hey, like if you're okay with it," I'm like, "Yeah, I've been training. I've been fully training, just what haven't been able to be medically released." So, got medically released, and then like a couple weeks later, fight comes up. I was like, "Yes!" Like, thank God. I was like,
Yeah.
"I need a fight." I was
Well,
getting
how
stir
worried were you?
crazy.
Because I know you like to keep active and it seemed like they couldn't figure out what was wrong. Like, was there a point where you thought like, I might be out for a while? Like what was going through your head when you're not getting the answers you're looking for? It can be frustrating.
Oh yeah, like it was a very like stressful time for me because again, like I never really stopped training. I did take precautions and make sure that I was kind of training around like the injury itself, but like after a certain while, it just was just like all right, well let me start testing it, pushing it, and then yeah, everything felt great. Like I had even like the numbers that I got back from the UCPI when I went out there and like did ran all their tests. They're like, yeah, no, you're good. Like you're good to go. So it was just trying to find a doctor that would medically release me. But again, like I did this whole circle just to come back to the first doctor, and then next, he's like, yeah, no, you're good. I got you. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. I'm good. Like we're
Good.
good to go.
So tell me how this fight came together. Were there any other opponents in the mix, or they're just like, hey, Cristian Quiñonez, November 8th, you're good to go? Is it just simple like that?
Uh I kind of, yeah, like I kind of left that all to my manager and my coach. Like I was just like, hey, like as soon as I started training at Fortis, so once I went up there, I was talking with Coach Safe, and then after a little bit, he was on the phone with my manager, and next thing you know, like with Jason, so it just ended up just like them two like talking it out. Like again, like I was kind of just like, okay, well, this is the plan. All right, cool. We'll get something going. We'll stay ready. I'll continue to go back to Dallas and everything. So ended up getting called and be like, hey, I got us a fight. Well, actually no, it was a message. So I was like, yeah, I got us a fight. I was like, yep. I said yes. Didn't even know the name. I just said yes. Like,
Yeah.
because again, I didn't want to be out a whole year, and then possibly have to sit and wait for something else. I was like, no, like I'm gonna take what I can get. Whatever in front of me, I'm taking.
Yeah, no, smart on you. That's good. And so training at Fortis, is this like your home gym now, or you just cross train there? Like, take me through that a little bit.
Yeah, it's more of a cross train, but I've been spending a lot more of my time like training out there more than usual. So this camp, like I've been going back and forth from Dallas and Houston and just kind of just making that drive. I like it because on the drive back home, like it's kind of good for like reflection and everything. It is a 4 hour, like at times a 4 hour drive, but that's a lot of time to sit back and reflect. So for me, it's just been good. Like the training's been good. I have good teammates. I have like again like a hands-on coach, and that's been good. A great addition, So it's not just me, like being back here, kind of going into it and being like running my own training, and then not having anybody looking over me. It's like no, I needed this. So, yeah, like most of my heavy training is done out there in Dallas, and whenever I come home, it's just all technical and maintenance work. So it's been perfect.
Yeah, and I'm sure with Safe too. There's a lot of structure there. He's very, by the book, all that. So that I'm sure that's a huge benefit to have in your camps. Let's talk about Quinonez, 18-5 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
Man, he's just a good, solid fighter. And, like he's a great MMA fighter overall. I'm not going to sit back and call him a striker. I'm not going to sit back and call him a wrestler. He's very good everywhere. So for me, like I have to be tight. I have to be technical. I have to make sure that I'm not giving him any openings because he'll close. He'll look to close it. So for me, I like this matchup a lot. Like I do see a lot of openings for myself. He's tough, man. He's super, super tough, man. He's the type of guy to get dropped and come back and still win, you know. So he's again, we're both in the kind of like the same position, you know. We're both 1-2 in our last three. So it's kind of just like we're both like in that like do or die type of moment. So for me, it's like I'm like no matter what anybody else thinks of him, I think of him as a high level fighter, and that's the way I'm keeping it. You know, no backtracking on this motherfucker. I have to be in his face.
Who are you working with for this camp? You mentioned being at Fortis, mentioned being back home. Who are some of the guys you're working with?
Yeah, man, they got a lot of good guys out there. Like there's just one in particular amateur that man, he's a beast. I was about to cuss. I've been trying to hold back my
Go ahead.
cuss,
No, cuss
but
away. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, no,
This isn't a
no,
family show. Yeah.
yeah, no, he's a beast. A kid named Abdullah, man, that kid's an absolute monster. I like working with him. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't like he you can be like, oh yeah, I'm a high level UFC fighter. He don't care. He's just going. He's all balls to the wall. And I like going with that kid. Ian's a really good look as well too. Like I got a lot of guys I've been able to work with. Moved around with Stephen Nguyen, Damon Jackson. Get a lot of these high level looks as well too. So man, it's just been good all around, you know. And Abdul Selwadi as well too. Like just a lot of good goes left and right, man. Even the guys who are starting out are still so damn good, man. So like, and then on top of that, you never know who you're gonna get, and because a lot of these guys, like a lot of these high level guys, will end up start bringing in some other high level guys. Yeah, like Joaquin Buckley up there. I haven't seen him up there, but I leave, he shows up. I'm like, damn. But yeah, but it's cool, man. I love the energy in the room. Everybody's all positive. Like a lot of these guys are just very good to be around. So just love the environment as well too.
I know when you've been off for a bit, and especially being a dad, it can sometimes be tough with the diet. How's the weight cut going into this one?
Oh man, it's been good. And luckily for me, like I like since I was in that like zone where I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, and possibly for me too. I was like with me getting medically released, I was like, no, like I had just got medically released like right before Noche. So I was so I was like, oh no, like we got like I'm gonna start cutting weight just in case an opportunity pops up. I'm gonna go in and I'm trying to take it, try to take it, try to take it, and then next thing you know, I get offered this fight. So I was like, all right, cool. Like that's I get to kind of calm down a little bit because I went too heavy at first. Like no, I got a strict diet. So but with me doing that, I put myself in a good spot right now. So like I'm good. Like I was so happy about it that I was like, you know, I don't have to have like a fat camp where I'm like trying to be like 170, drop all the way down to 150. You know, I was already in the good range. Like heaviest I've been is 155, and I kind of just been slowly creeping my way down. I don't have to do no mass dieting or anything like that. So that's the positive that I took out of all this, is just making sure that I was like staying determined, making sure that like everything was in line.
Good to hear. So with this kind of cross training and all that, what about your corner? What's that going to look like for this fight?
I'm gonna have Coach Safe in my corner. I'm gonna have my boxing coach, and then my teammate Cameron Smotherman. Man, we just work so well together, and we know each
I was
other.
going to say,
so
yeah,
well.
you got to have
Yeah.
him in there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lifer, man. He's a lifer. Anytime I'm fighting, he's gonna be in my corner. It's just one of those things. Like he was there for my UC debut, you know, and I just was like, nah, like, and I like talking to him about fighting, about like, man, we're real good friends, like my best friend actually. So it's like one of those things that it's just like it makes it easier. It makes fight week like he annoys a lot of people, but he doesn't annoy me. So it's like it makes it easy. So it's like watching him annoy other people gives me an easier weight cut.
How's this fight playing out on November 8th? You're a guy who, you know, likes going out there, getting the big finish. How's this one playing out?
Oh, just another Adrian Yanez fight. I'm just trying to go out there and finish the whole entire time. I don't like going to the scorecards like at all. Like even if it's a clear dominant victory, if I didn't get the finish, it's a bust to me. So I'm going out there. I want to take him out, whether it's a knockout or I'm going out there and I'm subbing him, you know, because that's one thing. That's one thing that Coach Safe has been like pushing for me, and just like he's like, hey, bro, like look. Just give him a look. You don't have to go for it. Just give him a look. Like because he's seen my ground game, he's seen my grappling. He's just like, where the fuck has this been? And I'm just sitting back like, oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I just got to, like, because again, I started off with jiu-jitsu and everything. So it's like, I turned into Roy Nelson where I just like knocking people out instead of using my jiu-jitsu. So for me, I'm going to show a little bit of everything, man. It's going to be a fun fight. I like if don't be surprised if this is my first sub win. So it's it's gonna be a fun one.
Sticking with predictions, big fight in your weight class coming up here. A couple, actually, yeah, 2 weeks from now, we got the Umar Nurmagomedov and Mario Batista fight. Just curious, your thoughts on that one? Big one in your weight class.
Man, I just want to see the approach that they both take. Well, and actually, no, like more Mario's. What approach Mario's going to take? Because we already know the feeling what Umar's going to do. He's going to look to corral him. He's going to look to throw those lead front kicks to him. He's going to try to make it very, very rough at distance so he can close that distance very fast. He does a really good job of like doing the old Hoist Gracie thing where he lifts that lead leg up and you don't know if it's a front kick or if it's going to be a shot. So he does a really good job of that. His hands are pretty good as well too. He's a very competent striker. That's one thing I will say, like, that he's better than a lot of those guys from Khabib's team. Is his striking is actually really, really good. But I would like to see what approach Mario takes. Is he going to be on the front foot trying to push Umar back, or is he going to kind of use his footwork and kind of play on the outside and look to use angles for his best attacks? Is he actually going to grapple with Umar? Because I think I heard him in an interview saying that he might push. He might actually do what Merab did and try to push him in the wrestling as well too. So that's more what I'm looking at is whether Mario's either going to try to put Umar on the back foot early on, or if he's just going to want to try to create angles and keep the footwork like how he did perfectly against Patchy Mix. So that's like, it's more based off of like what I want to see out of Mario. Because again, like Umar, for me, I'd be like, hey bro, everything you're doing, it might have not worked on Merab, but it's gotten you to this point. Do not forget about it. Go straight back to it. But for Mario, that's the tougher one for me to try, because to me, to like kind of see where he's going to go at. Because does he believe it is wrestling like Merab does, or does he is he make him nervous going into those wrestling exchanges, knowing that if he ends up on bottom, it's going to be a long night?
With all that said, though, who do you give the edge to?
I'm gonna have to go Umar. He was on a roll before he ran into Merab, and even in that Merab fight, it was pretty competitive until it wasn't.
What about the main event? Is Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn? Who do you see winning the heavyweight title?
Oh, that stylistically is a really good one. I am gonna lean more towards Aspinall just because of the power aspect, and he does have he can really close the distance very, very fast for a heavyweight. So I think he can get the finish because again, he also has the takedown threat as well too. So I'm giving that to Tom Aspinall.
Valentina Shevchenko and Weili Zhang for the flyweight title. Zhang moving up. Who's taking that one?
Oh man, it's when I see that, I'm leaning towards Valentina just because of again, oh man, I'm blanking again.
No, like mainstay in the weight class. I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
Moving up in weight class, it never really works out too much, but like again, we've seen it work time and time again. It's just I'm hoping that like with her moving up, it's not just her like trying to gain muscle or trying to like be a certain type, like where she's packing on the pounds and not just using the speed to her advantage. I still think Valentina, since she's been solidified and kind of like in that area at 125, I think she's going to come out with the victory. But it's going to be a tough fight either way because they're both really good and really phenomenal at what they do. But I do see Valentina coming out the win just because I feel like she's going to be more on the back foot and she does really well countering. So I do think Valentina's going to get it.
Okay, a couple more quick ones here. We'll just zoom through these. Carlos Prates is taking on Leon Edwards on that same card. Who do you think wins that one?
I am gonna go Prates.
Okay. Islam Makhachev, Jack Della Maddalena.
Man, that's a good one. Just because I love his style, JDM.
Okay. Arman Tsarukyan, Dan Hooker.
I'm gonna go Arman, even though I want Dan Hooker to win. I like his style a lot.
Okay. And last one, Bilal Muhammad, Ian Gary.
Ooh, man, I love Bilal. But I'm edging it towards Ian Gary.
I'm sure you caught UFC 320 last weekend. Obviously, the title fight, Merab, Corey Sandhagen. What did you think of that? Very, very good fight. I think from both guys, Merab ends up defending his title.
Man, I was actually really surprised that he really stuck to his word that saying he was just gonna try to knock him out, like he wanted to finish, and he
Almost
almost
did
did
in
it.
that second round.
Almost
Yeah, it was
did.
crazy. Yeah.
And I wasn't expecting that. I'm not even gonna lie. I was thinking it was just gonna be another Merab fight where he was just gonna, use his cardio, use his pace, use his takedowns, and kind of wear Corey out. He did all that, but also he kept true to his word and trying to knock him out. And man, he was close. I was at the edge of my seat, man. Like I was in my backyard watching on my phone, and I'm just sitting there jumping, like, oh my gosh, this is fucking nuts. But yeah, like it was such a great fight, even just to watch. Like you can see the level of skill that Merab has, because if you're just the outside person looking in, sometimes like his style doesn't look very technical, but it's very effective. Like he's very good in a lot of those spots, man. Like I feel like he's way better in the training room as well too. So like seeing him being able to translate what he does in the training room into the cage, especially that night, man, he killed it, man. So like big props to Merab, man. He's killing it, man. He's doing what he says. And that's the hardest part. So like him not knocking out Corey, I don't give him no knock for that. Like, cause he was so close and he was like, all right, I'm still gonna try to do it, but we're gonna do this for like a couple more rounds. So yeah, big props to Merab.
And then on the undercard, also in your division, Patchy Mix. What do you think's gone on with him? Obviously, Mario Batista is a very good fighter, and I think that fight in general should have been more of like a pick'em. But he loses again. Maybe some people felt like he did edge that one out. But what do you make of his 0-2 run in the UFC so far?
Man, I honestly don't know because I know how good he is. Like I've seen him. Like I like again. I've had to watch film on him as well. Just trying to help out training partners. My training partner Rafion Stotts had fought him and everything. So it's like I was already watching him for that. But like I already knew how good he was. It's just I just didn't think that like in the UFC. I think the striking difference, like he hadn't really faced too many great strikers. So whenever he fought Mario Batista, he's kind of like a fish out of water. He's had like good fighters, like he's fought like Sergio Pettis and Juan Archuleta, but like if we're talking about like pure strikers, like Mario Batista can be a great pure striker, and he beat him on the feet the whole entire time. He was like, and I just don't think that. I don't know. I just don't know. It might have been the lights. It might be like a mixture of a lot of things. It might be the lights. Might be because again, like I fought once in Bellator before. It's a complete different thing when you go from a high level in Bellator to fighting a high level in the UFC. It's a complete night and day difference from like the backstage to the walkout to when you're in the cage. It's a whole different feel. So it might have been just the atmosphere difference. And like if you go back and even watch a lot of Patchy Mix's fights, like standing on the feet, like he was never the greatest. Like, he was like, to me, whenever I look at him, I see him more as average, but when it came to his grappling, his wrestling, like he is legit. Like you don't want that guy on your back whatsoever because he'll be taking your neck home. Like if he doesn't take your neck home, he's popping your jaw off. So like he's super good, but I don't know. Like in this last one, I didn't get to catch much of it, but I remember watching that Mario Batista fight, and he just looked like a fish out of water completely. Like he just wasn't able to catch it. So, uh, yeah, I wouldn't know. I think it's just more. He's also fought for so long. Now that he got into the UFC, it's just kind of more like, oh, he was on the back end. Like most of the time, like we've been catching Bellator fighters, they kind of be on the back end because they spent most of their prime in Bellator. So it might be a mixture of that as well too.
Yeah, and also had a big layoff coming into that debut too. Remember, he hadn't fought in a while because of the PFL stuff, so there was that too. Just last thing on 320, and then we'll move on to you.
Okay.
Obviously, the big thing is Alex Pereira. That knockout. What did you think of that? Just like walked him down, finished him, and it was very short too.
Oh man, that like I wasn't expecting that at all. I was expecting like Ankalaev to wrestle a little bit more and like honestly to hit the shot in good position, like because especially he got hit with that right hand. He got hit with that right hand, and again, it shook him for sure. So like it kind of put him in this place where he's like, oh shit, like let me shoot, and that like you never want to shoot in those positions like that. Like you want your feet underneath you because whenever he shot, like he kind of had his like legs way behind him, made it easy for Pereira to sprawl on top of him, and then like again, like anybody that's over 205 pounds on top of you is gonna be super hard to get off of you. And then especially when they hit like Alex Pereira, yeah, you're just gonna curl up in a ball. Like I'm sorry, like no grown man is gonna be taking those type of shots. Like and I again like it's Ankalaev, one of the toughest guys in the world. Like he's gonna curl up. So I don't give him like I don't look at him in no negative light, man, because Pereira like there's this one time I was in an elevator with him, and I think it was like whenever he fought Izzy for the second time. But even just then, that was at 185. I remember seeing him and just being like, "Oh fuck, this guy's big." Like I was scared. I was in the corner of that elevator, just being like, "Nah, nah, bro, I'm not getting any closer to that guy because he just has that aura and he has that presence." So it was unexpected how he fit, how fast that was, but also at the same time, I can see like, hey, like I get it. Like
Yeah.
that fucker's huge.
Yeah. Well said. Back to you again. I know probably the plan is to keep active, making up for lost time. So I imagine this will probably be it for the year, even if you come out unscathed. I know you want to keep active as well, but what's sort of the plan going forward? Is 2026 hoping to just kind of make up for lost time?
Oh yeah, 100%. I plan on putting my work boots on and going straight into work. Like like again, I'm ready. Like I want to go out there, beat Christian. Like that's first and foremost. I have to get
Yeah.
past him before I even start thinking of the future. But if everything were to line up the way that I'm thinking in my head, like I fight back February, March, and then try to fight again in the summer or like late summer, just because I know how hard it is to get booked a lot of these times. Roster is really super packed and jam packed. So for me, I just want to try to stay as active as possible. So whoever it is, whoever they put in front of me after this fight, I'm cool with it. Like I just want to get going.
Adrian, it's good to see you back, man. We're excited for this one, UFC Fight Night, November 8th. Anyone you want to thank before we get out of here? Any sponsors, any social media? As always, I'll give you the last word.
Oh man, thank you so much. Just follow my Instagram, Adrian Yanez 93. Twitter, Adrian Yanez MMA. Well, not Adrian, it's Yanez MMA on Twitter. On TikTok, Adrian Yanez MMA. Big shout out to Regenix, Regenix. They sponsor the UFC. They hooked me up with some supplements, and I hate how to take them, but because I hate needles. But it's been a world change. Like it's been amazing. And also thank you for the platform, man. You've been a real one since day one, man. Thank you so much, man. Like this is still kind of nuts to me.
Awesome. Hey, feelings mutual, man. It's awesome.